On Masters of Spin this morning, the other burger war. We have shown you how Hungry Jack's has been serving it up to McDonald's. Well, now Aussie restaurant chain Grilled is taking on KFC by launching HFC, which is healthy fried chicken.
I quite like this. As an introductory offer, all KFC employees will be served for free, but there's a caveat. They have to be wearing their KFC uniform inside the Grilled restaurant. Our Masters of Spin this morning, advertising and marketing experts, Dee Madigan and Matthew Bywater. Morning to you both.
Morning.
Dee, it feels like a pretty... It's gimmicky, but it's kind of interesting. Do you think it'll work?
I actually think it's going from cheeky to a bit mean because, you know, any little KFC employee who goes in there in his uniform to get a free meal will probably lose his job. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of just think this is just getting a little
Because they try and snap a photo, wouldn't they?
Of course they're going to. That's like the whole point. So I feel like this is... The HFC, great. The employee stuff, a little bit...
How often do these kind of rivalries work when companies pit off against each other?
Oh, they're great because what happens is everyone wins. In this case, Grilled now gets some free publicity and exposure and put their product out there. But remember, the lead product, the lead brand always wins because what you're doing is lifting the whole category up. And the top-of-mind product, in this case, in fried chicken, is KFC. They'll win out of this.
That's interesting. So the big brands really don't have to bite back, so to speak. They can just enjoy the spoils of the product being promoted.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And it's funny, they started to use the word fried again, Kentucky, in their ads, which is a new and unusual thing,
Now, more Christmas ads have hit the airwaves this week. Department store David Jones has gone for nostalgia, calling itself the home of Christmas for 182 years. It's showing how it's been a window on Australia for nearly 2 centuries. It's a pretty classy ad, Matt, you think? With this old sort of tradition with people?
The strategy here, I think there's some execution issues I think Dean might want to touch on. The strategy here is really good because what they're doing is trying to take people back to a safer, friendlier time. And right now, because of the pandemic, but also because of online shopping, they're going to try and remind people it's all about the experience. And that is the great experience a lot of people have had growing up.
Which is my problem with this ad. Yes, it's beautiful, but gee, I'm nostalgic for when you went into David Jones and there was people on the floor to serve you. And I have a feeling, and that's the one thing they should be promoting, and they don't. Yeah. And I reckon ads like this remind people, yes, I am nostalgic for those days.
Of those good old days.
Yeah.
But interesting, like if you're advising department stores now, because they are under siege online, you know, and declining traditional sales in those stores anyway, how do you start to turn the mindset back? Easily. You can't beat on price, but you can beat on experience, and that means put staff in there.
So they've had to try and save money, but it just seems they're saving money in the wrong areas because it is crickets in there.
Completely.
You can see the tumbleweed going past.
And it's not fair on the few staff who are in there as well. They're massively overworked.
Yeah, they are.
But with their business models as they are, and the revenue's declining, that's a major reinvestment, isn't it?
It is, but we know with food, people will pay more for a good experience.
And they've got the opportunity of putting digital with real world together. And that is the future winner, not having one or the other, putting them together. They had the mainstay. They're just they lost at the moment.
Because DJ really nails their online service. It rides really quickly. They've always got the stock. You can return anything, So, doing that right. All right, now, Coca-Cola is well known for its summer ads, but this year their Santa theme has reportedly been leaving viewers in tears. It tells the story of a little girl's letter to St Nick, which Dad forgets to post. So, being a good dad, he treks to the North Pole to deliver it himself, then hitches a ride home with Santa, who gives him the letter to read. Please bring Daddy home for Christmas. Dee, this is a bit outside the square for Coke, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's long, but I've got to say, when he opened that letter, I was like, I've got something in my eye. I really liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah, I did.
Do you think it works, Matt?
Yeah, I do. I like it. It's very family-orientated, which is a little bit of a break for Coke, but this time of year is important for them to be there. So they've got good product placement. They have Coke in there. They have the Coca-Cola truck. They have Santa, which is the Coca-Cola Santa, or their version of Santa in there as well. So,
it is weird, though, because it's not considered a family product is the only weird thing with Coke. But, this is just so feel-good.
But there's the letter there that finally gets delivered. But, I mean, it is breaking the mould a little, the ad, isn't it? It's enterprising.
It is, and it's...
The other thing that this reminds me of is that you really try your best as a parent, you're still going to stuff it up. All right, thank you both.
Pleasure.
Thanks, guys.
Matt. Coming up this morning, the gift that could save a life, how